among other people. All right, our next performer is actually from Parker, Colorado. He is a beloved father and beloved husband. Please welcome to the stage, Greg Counts.
Thank you. That was wunderbar, Patty. Wunderbar. I'm a very empathetic guy. I have my mom to thank for this. I was a child of the 70s. It was important that we were raised to be in touch with our feelings. Now, she didn't make me wear dresses, but she did leave me with the socially awkward part. I am way too in touch with my feelings. At work, we're required to take personality tests to determine our communication style. Turns out, I'm a woman. Every time, a woman. Makes it impossible to fire somebody. Tom, I'm letting you go because of your performance today. Tom, are you okay? I'm sorry, Tom. It's not you, it's me. I think the worst part of the feelings is the crying. It's embarrassing. A while back, I was taking my Boston Terrier Fudge to doggy daycare. Half an hour later, I get a nightmare phone call. Her eye has popped out. I rush to the hospital. Doctors hit me with options. We can sew the eyelid shut, or we can use a prosthetic. The choice is yours. Okay, first, her eye popped out? I mean, how creepy is that? And now I've got to decide, does said popped out eye live or die? That is a lot to take in. I need to consult the wife. Hey, Betty. It's Greg. It's Fudge. 2 minutes of just, hysterical sobbing, ending the voicemail message with, just call me back. Now I've done this in front of the vet who feels compelled to say, sir, I'm going to give you a few moments to compose yourself. I'm such a man. I've got great parents, but I did not always understand their methods. For example, onions. I hate them. I hate everything about them. The smell, the taste, the texture. But my parents couldn't accept that. They just couldn't accept that I was finicky and that I just didn't like them, like it was a mental illness or something. So, to prove their little point, they would hide onions in my food. Now, their reactions to my discovery played out like the stages of grief. Denial. Greg, there are no onions in that food. Mom, they're right there on my fork. I can see them. Look. Denial, quickly followed by anger. I'm sorry. Denial's first. Acceptance always followed by anger. Fine, there are onions in there, Greg, but you are going to sit there and you will eat everything in front of you, or I will ground you. So they're deceitful to me, and I'm the one who gets punished. They also said things that didn't make much sense to me. Stop crying, or I'll give you a reason.
Yeah.
Now, why would I go from having fun to crying if I didn't have a reason? Obviously, there was a reason. We've covered that reason. It's the damn feelings. And one of my dad's all-time favorites. Do as I say, not as I do. His ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card in his parental arsenal. I have a lovely wife, Betty. We've been married almost 16 years. Thank you very much. Thank you. And it is a close, emotional connection that I think is what makes our relationship work. A couple months back, we're having dinner at home. She looks at me and goes, hey, did you ever hear what happened with the guy with the thing at the place? Now, this is a woman, mind you, who has a master's degree, and this is her oratory. I just looked right back at her. I'm like, no, dear, I don't know what happened with Kim Jong-un and the missile test in North Korea. Either that's that strong emotional connection, or I've been part of a secret CIA program, and she has just uttered the words to awake me as a sleeper agent. Close emotional connection and being completely comfortable with one another. That's how our relationship works. But there are times when that comfort can go a little too far. Not too long ago, we were at the movies, and we were waiting for the movie to start. She looks over and says, hey, do you like those Crocs you're wearing? I love them. They're incredibly comfortable. Do they make your feet smell? Like, absolutely not. Slip the Croc off and... See, they don't make them smell at all. There's a couple behind us, and the woman leans over to her husband and says, oh dear God, did you see what he just did? Without missing a beat, he says, obviously not their first date. Thank you very much, everyone. You've been a great audience.